Hi, my name is Jennifer Olson and I'm with Develop Solutions. Thank you for making the time on your calendar to attend my webinar, How to Stop Undervaluing Yourself and Get Paid More Without the Fear of Rejection and Without Working Harder, giving you the freedom and flexibility to live the life that you want to live. Now, I know some of you out there are skeptical. You're still skeptical that this will work for you. And right now, we're going to have to get really seriously honest. There's all sorts of reasons why this couldn't work. You don't have time to watch the videos, your boss is unfair and won't give you a raise, the organization doesn't have money, or you just don't really want to ask. But the truth is that you are your biggest barrier. While it's true, you may lack the tools that you need, this video series, is going to help you get those foundational tools. You may lack the skills, and the upcoming webinar is going to give you those skills so you can negotiate for what you want to get paid. And you also may lack the mindset. And the mindset, that's a lot harder to get past. And we're also going to talk about that on the webinar. Because your mindset, or your inner critic, that's the thing that was developed as a child, that was developed as your safety system. It's the thing that's telling you that you're not good enough, that you're not worth it, and that you don't deserve to be paid more. And you know what? That's complete crap. So you need to decide, are you ready to do what it takes so that you can get paid more and you can get benefits and you can get what you deserve so that you can live the life that you want to live? Or are you going to play small for the rest of your life? It's really up to you. But let's talk about the two scenarios that can come out of having the confidence to ask for more money. So scenario one, you ask and you get it. You may get all of it or you might get just a piece of it. But either way, you're successful. You're making more than you were before. So congratulations. The second scenario is that you ask and you don't get more. Your clients don't pay you more. They're not interested. Your customers aren't interested in paying more for your products. And your boss doesn't value you as much as you hoped and doesn't want to give you more pay or benefits. So if that's the case, on the webinar, we're also going to talk about the strategies to do if that is the scenario. And if it is a scenario, we also need to have a conversation as to why you're not being valued. Because that could be a lot of different things. The wrong organization or company. It could be you're in front of the wrong customers and the wrong clients. So let's have a conversation as to why you're not successful. Because it's my job to make sure that you are. That's what this is about. And this is what I love to do. So I'm here to be your champion, to be your cheerleader, and to be the support you need to get to that next level of success for wherever you want to go through this webinar of getting paid more and beyond. So let's have a conversation if you fall into scenario two and you're not feeling like you're getting what you want. Now, this is the third video. The first one we talked about how to display your value. The second one, it was all about how do we demonstrate that value. Well, today's video, it's the third key foundation of how to confidently communicate your value. Now, there's two areas we're going to focus on in order to communicate your value. The first is increase your visibility. So how do you do that? The first way to increase your visibility is if you watch the other videos and you learned how to maximize your productivity and your time, you're going to have a little more time to play with. And if that's the case, volunteer for more responsibility or ask for more work from your clients and from your customers. Now, that seems a little crazy, but the truth of the matter is most people don't ask for more work and more responsibility. So if you do, you're going to be memorable. If you do, you're going to become that go-to person that everybody needs. And you're going to become the conversation partner that they want so that the business, the products, and the projects can thrive. Now, when you do offer to do these projects, responsibilities, and the work, make sure that you underpromise and overdeliver. While it's a cliche, it's really important. You want to make sure that you come in on time or under time, and you want to make sure that you really have a high quality of work. Otherwise, this will backfire on you. So, volunteer for more responsibility and ask for more work. So, the second thing that you want to consider in terms of increasing your visibility is to become a content expert. Now, we're all in different fields, different areas, but there's different slices that we can take of those fields and know them like the back of our hand and be the expert that we know we can be. That makes you invaluable. That makes you one of the few people that knows that depth of information on that specific area. So know a specific content area and utilize it often. And do that with this third piece, which is being able to display and celebrate your value, your performance, your products, and your services. So listen, nobody is going to sit there and tell you all of the amazing things that you can do. We're not paying attention that closely as managers and as leaders, unless somebody is bringing up to us regularly how they're knocking it out of the park, how they're contributing, how they are helping us get to that next level of success. So you need to be able to confidently and humbly celebrate yourself. And when you do that, we'll take notice. We'll see you more. You'll be seen and heard more as the leader and as the confident professional that you are, and you will increase your visibility. The second key is to become indispensable. I don't know a manager, a leader, a boss, a customer, or a client out there who isn't willing to pay more if someone took the initiative to make their lives easier. I know I would pay to keep somebody if they were truly indispensable. Once you're indispensable, you can ask for raises and sabbaticals and negotiate those easily. And if you're self-employed, your customers and your clients, they'll pay top dollar to keep working with you and to have your premium products. So how do you become indispensable? The first thing is to become a problem solver. So any problems that come your way, you just are able to handle them. And if you're not, then you go find somebody who can. But whatever you do, don't say that it can't be done. Just make it happen. The second thing is to master something. So take the project on that nobody else wants to, and then master that area of your field. Because if you can do that, you will be highly valued over others who were unwilling to take it. The third thing is to care about your work. Now I know for so many of you this is really easy, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Care for your work. And again, what this means is under promise and over deliver. So when you do a project, really have that wow factor in there so that they're surprised at how professional and how amazing that is. The fourth thing, keep your complaints to yourself. I can't tell you of anything that derails a conversation about increasing the money that somebody gets paid more than when they start complaining about their other customers and their clients, or they start complaining about things at work. We just don't want to invest in that kind of negative energy. So instead, if you are feeling stressed and frustrated about your working conditions in your work environment, talk to your spouse, talk to a good friend, talk to your dog, or talk to a fish. But don't talk to your clients, your customers, or your peers, your bosses at work about the complaints. Don't do it. They're not going to want to write a check for someone who's complaining. And the last thing, make their lives easier. Be known as that go-to person who can take on the projects and knock them out of the park. And don't make them worry about whether or not they're getting done. Go ahead and email them or text them as soon as it's completed that the job is finished. So if you take on the project, you knock it out of the park, and then you text them and let them know, hey, I'm finished with the job, that makes you indispensable. Because that takes the worries away from your client and your customer and your manager, and you become a commodity because you take the worry off their plate. So again, in order to become indispensable, be a problem solver, master something, care about your work and use that wow factor, keep the complaints to yourself, and make their lives easier. Now I gotta tell you, I know this works because I've done this at every single job I've been in, and I've been asked to stay and been offered more money anytime I try to leave. I leave anyway, but the reality is the same. I'm being asked to stay by giving more money and more benefits. And I don't know a story that best encapsulates how stupendous this works than my most recent job. For the last year that I was on the job, we were asked to really step up and meet some really heavy goals to make the organization more sustainable long term. And with those goals, I got my team around. We made a plan of how to increase the profitability, increase our client base, and bring in more money. When we started reporting on it each month, the challenges and the successes we were having, and we kept showing the successes every month, we started building raving fans. Now, what those are the staff and the managers and the leaders who are excited by the work that you're doing, and they're just telling others for you. And that made it so much easier, as you can imagine. I mean, it was amazing because no longer did we have to communicate about our value and talk about our celebrations, but we had fans that could do it for us. So at the end of our time, we had all these people celebrating with us all the successes that we had. So the board and the CEO and all of the families, they knew who worked hard and who made it happen. So build your own raving fans by becoming indispensable. Now we're coming to the end of this video. I want to remind you that the webinar is coming up, so check your email for those details, and if you can't find that, go ahead to developsolutions.com, that's dvlpsolutions.com/events, and you'll find the information there. Now as a recap, our first video was about displaying your value. The second one was then how to demonstrate that value. And this third video was how to confidently communicate your value. And to help you on this third path of communicating your value, I'm going to give you a free worksheet. I'm going to give you a free worksheet that helps you list out what your contributions and what your achievements are. So all you have to do is hit the button at the bottom of the screen to get your free worksheet. Thanks so much, and I can't wait to see you on the next webinar. Have a good one.